All right, so I'm Jerry Becker, San Joaquin County, and it was my privilege to be the mentor for Team Trifecta this go around. This team, led by Gretchen, who did a phenomenal job, carried on the work of one of the teams from the first year. So again, for those individuals who might be going into the 18 year as part of our program, it is certainly something to consider carrying on the work of the teams that had laid the groundwork in previous years. And I'm very proud of what the team Trifecta has done, and I'm looking forward to their presentation. So I'm going to turn it over to Gretchen.
Thank you, Jerry. Hello, everyone. As Jerry mentioned, my name is Gretchen Allen, and I'm here today representing Team Trifecta. We are comprised of excellent members from Butte, Humboldt, and Shasta counties. So before I begin our slide presentation, I wanted to ask a couple of questions to our audience. So by show of hands in the air, how many of you have ever wondered how many other counties are using a particular system, such as a financial system or Office 365 in the cloud, or what are desktop standards? What desktop standards do other counties have? Okay, so pretty much all of us in this room. So wouldn't it be nice to go? It wouldn't be nice if there was one place to go and all that information was available to you at your fingertips. That's what our Capstone Teams project was about. Oops, that's not the right one. One moment, please. There we go. Okay. We recognize, as all of you do, that there's an importance and a need to share information between counties. We believe that in order to do that, there's a need to create an effective and efficient system to do so. Something that is easily input by counties, something that is easy to update and manage by a process owner, and something that gives you the information that you're looking for at your fingertips whenever you need it. Our Capstone team used the 2016 Yellow Teams Capstone project as a starting point. They had built a framework for gathering information from counties on a periodic basis via an Excel spreadsheet and created the concept of having a process owner. So someone who is responsible for gathering information from counties on a regular basis. They essentially gave us the foundation to build upon. So for Team Trifecta's project, we wanted to continue this effort. We wanted the focus to be county systems in use, but have the added benefit of being a tool for gathering data to meet SB 272 requirements. So we made sure the survey we were going to send captured the 4 data elements that counties are required to report on. And we tried to organize the questions we were asking in a way that would support aggregating the data from all the counties via dropdowns, list, and examples. So what did we do? We updated our SPOC list, which is the single point of contact for each county, to ensure that we had as many participants as possible. So each county was asked to designate an individual who would be responsible for providing the information for their county. We created the survey and worked with the process owner, Nate Greenberg. Nate, are you here? There he is. Hi, Nate. And we actually executed the survey for the first time. So in doing this for the first time, there were a lot of logistical items to be worked out, such as creating sample templates so that counties had a model or a help guide so they knew how to provide the information we were asking for. The message that we were sending, ensuring it provided the correct context and other important information that the SPOCs needed, when to send it, how long to give people to fill them out, how responses should be submitted, how to compile all of those responses. So we were able to successfully execute the survey for the first time, and it provided a lot of great information in terms of what worked well and what elements could be further worked on or refined. Now, in addition to this, our team feels strongly that in order to provide the most sustainable process moving forward, that a platform or a system for hosting this information needs to be developed, something that is easily accessible and secure. Now, actually designing and implementing a full-fledged system has a lot of logistics associated with it. What kind of system are you going to build? What platform will it use? Where will it be hosted? Sounds like a repeat of presentation number 2. And there's also potential cost considerations, as well as how it will be maintained and how you'll enforce security. So unfortunately, we realized that for this initial effort, we would not be able to figure all of that out and build a fully functional system. But we decided that we were going to develop a system prototype that would utilize the information gathered from the initial survey effort to demonstrate to the CISDA membership what the benefits of a system like this could be if we were to move in this direction. So essentially today we're providing you with a vision. And here to show you this vision is Brett Kester from Butte County.
Thank you, Gretchen. Hello, CISDA members. I'm going to try to do this demo with this trackpad if I can, but if I need a little more precision, I brought a mouse. Whoops, let's see here. Okay, here we go. Okay, so there's been a lot of discussion this weekend about counties sharing information.
That's not over there, so we gotta drag it.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's not on the screen.
No.
Oh, thank you, Gretchen. As I was saying, there's a lot of discussion this conference about counties sharing information. And as people discuss solutions, sometimes it's easier to have a visual. So this prototype was intended to be the starting point for that visual to help CISDA members and counties decide whether there's value in implementing a system like this, and also to demonstrate possible ways to represent desired or expected functionality. So in this prototype, we're going to, I guess I'll have to look up here since it's extended. In this prototype, we're going to demonstrate 3 primary functions: the ability to search by county, systems within a county, the ability to search by system type, and the ability to search by product or vendor. So I'm going to, we'll start with Butte County here, search by county type. So we land on this demographics page, which we think might show some interesting information about county employee or IT staff population, and also budgeting information, as well as providing a link off to respective county's website. Here we have the SPOC tab, as Gretchen mentioned earlier, single point of contact. This would be somewhere where if you're interested in reaching out to a county, you could find the SPOC's information. And also we envision later on, this is somewhere where a SPOC would be able to upload system information for their county. This right here is really the bread and the butter of the system like this. This is our systems application page, where you can see what kind of systems, in this case Butte County, is currently deploying. And okay, technical difficulties. So in this case, let's take a real quick look at what financial system Butte County is using. We could drill down further into a system like this and see that Butte County is using IFAS from Superion. We can get some vendor information, some additional contact information, and maybe when it was last updated. And additionally, some of the systems that are exempt from SB 272, in a secure system like this, we could also have some of those systems listed here that we keep a little more safeguarded, like security systems or network systems, for instance. And then lastly, we could also provide a link to each county's catalog for SB 272 systems, and then also the ability, if the county didn't have a mechanism to do so currently, to manage their systems there as well. I see I'm getting short on time, so and then we also decided to provide a view for system type. If you were interested, if you were getting ready to transition between a system, you could see what other counties are using out there, for example, finance, property tax, etc. So for instance, we could drill into IT service management and see which systems other counties are using out there. For the sake of brevity, because I know we're running short on time, I'm going to just kind of power through and skip ahead. And then lastly, we decided to provide a view that you could look up information on product or vendor. So, for example, if you were a tax collector in a county in California and you were interested, you heard great things about Megabyte, well, let's see which counties are using Megabyte. Again, we could be presented with a view of which counties are using that, so we know who we can reach out to contact to get more information, not only about the county, but potentially that vendor and vendor and work on vendor relationships and understand who we need to contact. And so, again, Gretchen, I think, mentioned that this is intended to be a prototype, just kind of a vision of what we expect a system like this could provide for CISDA membership. And certainly more features could be added to it, such as enhanced search features, being able to import or export data, and also download specific subsets of data. There's a wealth of knowledge in this room. There's a wealth of knowledge across IT departments throughout the great state of California. And we hope a system like this would help us be able to reach out to our counterparts and continue that knowledge sharing, which in turn can help us all make better informed decisions when we're making choices on solutions that meet our constituents' needs. I hope this visual has helped illustrate, although brief, what a system like this could do for CISDA membership, and continue that collaborative effort, not just like we have here at the conference, but also in between conferences. With that, I'm going to turn it over to Gretchen.
All right. Let's see. Okay. Just try this. Okay. Oops. Hold on. All right. So, yeah, sorry. Okay. So in conclusion, in terms of where do we go from here? Current slide. Okay. Oops, that didn't work. So basically, where we go from here. Next steps, we've identified three main things. Of course, the logistics of actually building and hosting a system. Those need to be planned. What, where, how. Participation is critical. For the first survey that we sent out, it resulted in 14 responses. Those counties that did respond have done the bulk of the work. Now they just have to work on updating their information, but we need more counties to participate so that we can aggregate the results. And then finally, workload management. As I mentioned, Nate feels that there's value in this project and in this effort moving forward, but he can't do it alone. He needs support from either future committees or future Capstone teams to make this effort become a reality. So thank you for the opportunity to present today. I'd like to give a special thanks to Lacey, who put together this PowerPoint presentation on our behalf, and questions and answers.
I have two questions. So we were one of the ones that filled out a survey. It was a pretty comprehensive survey. It was had a lot of good information in it. How would you see that counties that have done this updated their
That is a good question. I think that's kind of one of the outstanding items right now because it is Excel based. That's one of the challenges is how do we reissue the information that you've already submitted and then get updates from you. So again, that's why we do strongly feel like having it in a system where you can just have periodic updates and a SPOC can go in at any time and provide updates as they real time as they occur. It would be a much better system.
And another thing is all counties are required to provide SB 272 information each year. Maybe that could dovetail into when you're uploading information into a system like this prototype at that time as well. Maybe.
Great idea. I'd love to link to one place. Right now I've got SB 272 information in one place, but I'd be updating your spreadsheet in another.
Yeah.
Right, and we didn't, because of time, we didn't really get to talk about that, but there is the potential in a fully developed system where, if I'm not talking about, there is potential in a fully developed system where maybe if you didn't have a mechanism to manage your SB 272 information, maybe this is the place that it could be managed and be able to upload and download out of that to put it out to wherever you're going to host it for the public as well.
Yes.
Question number 2, sorry.
Yes.
So, how do you plan on doing marketing? I know you got us to fill it out because you hounded us really, really well.
Nate did.
You did a great job at that, but how did you get the word out?
The word out for.
Getting more counties?
Oh, yeah, that's a good question. So again, that was one of the things that our team didn't get a chance to really delve into, but I think definitely a future Capstone team or a committee could focus on garnering participation across counties, whether that's through incentives or some other means of trying to basically sell it.
And I believe another Capstone team had a project that dovetails really nicely into that. Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
That was so.
We
Yeah.
actually created a very large document that we didn't really talk about how to promote, how to use social media, recommendations we can step by step.
That would be a great idea. I think there's a lot of room for even just within the Capstone teams collaborating because like the vendor rating system, that is something that could be incorporated as part of this as well. So those are all really valuable collaboration opportunities. Yes. Oh, yes. So we will have a table set up tomorrow at lunch. Nate will be there as well as the Capstone team so that if you'd like to take a perusal on the prototype a little bit more or talk to us about some of the other documentation that we have. I want to also mention that we do have the results of the survey. So for the 14 counties that participated, it's going to be posted on group site in the CIO Lounge file cabinet. Did I say that right? Okay. All right, thank you.